Oh man, I've been struggling to find the theme of today. I think it's completely loopy. That is the one thing tying every segment of the show together today. So it stands to reason that the boys from Overdrive TV would follow suit. It is the Geneva Car Show, and I know the boys are pretty amped about it. It sounds like a crazy lineup. Chiro, Gav, welcome back, guys.
Thanks so much. Good to be up in the studio with you again, G.
Getting out of the basement, man.
Absolutely.
So the world is obviously, the automotive world is obviously focused on Geneva at the moment.
Yeah, and it's good that it's a loopy show because the first car we've got for you this morning has been made by the slightly loony people at Lamborghini.
Yeah, I think you get those terrible posters in offices that say you don't have to be crazy to work here, but it sure helps. I think they actually took that. I think they actually took that to heart.
Bearing in mind that they started making tractors was how they got into the game. You know?
Exactly. And
so they knew Ferrari was going to bring something special to Geneva, so they tasked their designers to come up with something quite mental, and here it is. It's called the Veneno.
Oh my goodness.
That is the Veneno. Now I don't know. I think they might have gone too far
with this one.
This time.
So keeping with tradition, this is named after a brave fighting bull, and it also means poison in Italian, or venom.
They must have been really happy when they came up with that name. It means two things. So, and also, I mean, this is so ridiculously mental. It makes its great-great-great-grandfather, the Countach, look like a Toyota Yaris. I mean, this is...
But the Countach would be proud.
The Countach would be so proud at the levels of lunacy of the Veneno.
What does it do?
We actually have a picture of the designer who came up with this car that I really want to show you guys. Here he is working on his next project. There we go. That's... So we're really looking forward to next year's show.
That
is the only explanation we could possibly have for something that ridiculously crazy.
Based on the Aventador, it uses the same V12 engine, but of course they went to the engineers and said, make it more powerful.
And come back again. Come back again. I want to see it. Oh, that's amazing.
Exactly, and they're only going to make 3 of them, and they're going to cost €3.5 million each, which is 30 million rand about, and they've all been sold. 35 million rand, and they've all been sold. Obviously,
you don't think they'll push out a few more demands, surely?
No, they're gonna. Their financial plan is to make the rest of the money in bedroom posters, because that is going on every 6-year-old's bedroom.
The next generation. Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant.
Exactly.
Cool.
All right. Let's go over to Japan, where they do things slightly more sensibly.
Yes. And now, when the GT86 arrived last year, we spoke about it on the show. We all secretly hoped, well, I know I did, that there would be a convertible version, and somebody at Toyota has listened, and here it is.
Yeah.
It looks like a bit of a dinky car after the Lambo, I have to say.
Sorry, maybe we should have opened with it.
Exactly.
But it's beautiful. Look at that thing. I want one of those in my life.
And now we can see, obviously, this is the global media release video, and you can see it is shot in Cape Town.
I was about to say, did they put that in there?
They just shoot it against a green screen.
This is really cool. I mean, this happens a lot, but you can clearly see Cape Town in this. There's a few shots of Table Mountain. And then there's also a really cool shot of it drifting through one of our nature reserves. I think the Cape Point Nature Reserve.
I don't know. I've dealt with the city of Cape Town. I don't know how you get a permit for that. But obviously,
speak to the longboard guy. I'm sure he can hook you up.
Absolutely. Now, Chiro and I were talking. I mean, this has changed the modern sports car for us. I mean, it's under 300,000 rand. Not this particular one, but the one you can buy currently. And it is just everything in that car is geared towards fun. I think even the brakes are fun.
I don't know how they did that. They made the brakes fun.
Yeah. So everything's fantastic about it.
So this is being called the Open, and you'll see that the number plate says FT86. That's the American model name, but we'll obviously call it the GT86. And I was reading in the press release, Toyota said, if we decide to go ahead. I thought, are you mad? Just make the thing already. We're all waiting for it.
It's not like you have to do anything mechanically.
It's called the cliffhanger, man. They're trying to build suspense.
But I think 2014, that'll be on our road.
It kind of comes out of the epicenter of drifting, so you'd expect it to be a lot of fun.
Exactly.
Awesome. Then how do we close out? Ferrari obviously had to prove a point.
I don't know if they knew what Lamborghini were up to, but they've released something, and just get ready for this. It has the stupidest name ever. It is called the Ferrari, so it's called the Ferrari La Ferrari.
Yeah, the La Ferrari.
The La Ferrari.
Can you imagine how many people it took to come up with that? How many committees they needed
to call it? That's a 3 in the morning one. I know.
Ferrari.
It's the Ferrari.
It's the Ferrari.
There it is.
Is it the Ferrari?
Yeah, it's called the Ferrari. I mean, the thing is,
performance and in its...
goodness me, we've got some facts for you this morning. You're going to like this. So this isn't your auntie's Toyota Prius. It is a hybrid, but it's using electricity to just make more power and more noise. So it has nearly 1,000 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, this is Ferrari's weapon of choice in the upcoming hypercar war, which we've been talking about for months, and Espresso against going up against the Porsche 918, and McLaren's recently released P1, which gets to 300 kilometers an hour in 17 seconds.
Yeah.
This does it in
under 15.
Under 15 seconds to 300.
So it's got a transformer built in. They've just put a transformer in there.
Yeah.
I'm just watching the video intently because there's a shot where it drifts, and I really want everyone to see that because it stopped me in my... There it is. There's the drift.
Oh my word. I don't know if you guys could hear the coming out of every guy in the studio's mouth.
I also love the fact that we took this straight from the press release. It said the top speed will be greater than 350 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
So
this is going to be a mentally quick car. Remember the Ford Focus we had in the studio last week, right? Now, to put some of this in perspective, that car gets to 100 k's an hour in about just under 7 seconds. This gets to 200 in the same time.
Yeah.
It is going to be
we
a
are
monstrous
truly
car.
living in a supercar, and in fact, just an automobile golden age. We are really, really spoiled. I mean, look at that.
Time to become a big kid again. I think I'm just going to get my posters redone on my wall.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. What an awesome session. Of course, you can continue the conversation with the lads at Overdrive TV is their Twitter handle. They're very active. Chiro will retweet anything you say, literally. You know? He's like that, man. But it's great to be able to get a bit of personal interaction with the boys, ask them questions. I certainly rely on them a lot. Now, I think we need to bring ourselves back down to earth, get a bit chilled before the big sporting weekend. The Cape Argus Pick and Pay Cycle Tour is here, and it's brought down a host of celebs. DJ Milkshake is going to be setting the tone. He is, of course, taking part, but let's see him in his regular mode, mixing a few beats.
With a range of quality products guaranteed nationally, you will always find there's so much more to Midas.